Hey gorgeous, it's Denise here from luckybitch.com, and today we're talking about finding an awesome mastermind and why you really do need one as a success tactic. Now, you know what? It really can be hard to find a good mastermind, especially one that's going to drive you forward in your business. But out of all the personal development that I've done, countless seminars, books, and of course, working with coaches, one of the most useful and productive things I've ever done is to create success masterminds with like-minded people. So think of a mastermind like a success dream team. They're going to help you get where you want to get faster. So let's talk about how you can make it happen. Now, in my opinion, nothing can derail your ambition and energy faster than being surrounded by the wrong people in business. Now, I'm talking about naysayers, people who constantly complain, or maybe you feel like you're the only one in your life with big dreams. Now, when I was frustrated in a job and hated working in a job, guess what? Most of my friends were also frustrated employees who hated their jobs. Like attracts like. And because that's all I could see, I couldn't even conceive of people who actually made a decent income working for themselves. And it wasn't until I actively sought out other entrepreneurs to be friends with that I started to even believe it was possible for me as well. Now the majority of my friends are self-employed, which is really cool. And I rarely hang out with people who bitch about bosses or meetings or all that kind of stuff. We all talk about creativity, marketing, strategy, etc. But I started deliberately making the switch by creating my own masterminds. And the reason why is because it's harder to do things like this by yourself. You need a support network and you need to have people around you who are achieving awesome things. Now, I'll be honest, it also sets up a little healthy, fun competition, especially if you have the right mix of people. So if you're one of those people who are a little bit competitive, that can be a really great way to have a mastermind as well for competition. So let's talk about the types of masterminds you can do. And not every mastermind has to be kind of really formal and fancy. It can just be a really loose collection of people striving for the same goal, or you can do a really specific arrangement facilitated by a leader. You can pay for masterminds or they can be totally free. And you don't need a boardroom, by the way, to mastermind. You can do it over phone, Skype, in person, or on Facebook, wherever. I've even had mastermind meetings in resort spas, which is actually probably my favorite way. You can do your masterminds long term, or maybe even you can just come together for special events to debrief and talk about actions. So for example, one weekend I went to a Hay House conference with 2 other friends, and we did the conference, and then at night we came together in the hotel room and talked about our goals. So it can just be like that. Now, I don't know about you, but I used to feel really lonely as an entrepreneur and also as someone who was really interested in personal development. But now I've got lots of different groups that I can share my passions in. Now, I actually like having multiple masterminds depending on what I need at the time. That's just how I roll. I like having lots of them. And here are some of the ones that I've been in the last couple of years. So I've been in like really formal ones that might be like 6 months with a couple of people facilitated by a coach. I've had semi-formal ones. I used to have a mastermind with people that I worked with as a consultant because we had side projects and we wanted to come together and talk about it. I also do monthly lunches with other entrepreneurs. We might come together at a fancy hotel, have a very loose agenda, and we kind of bring challenges to the group. I also like to use Facebook as a masterminding tool. So maybe you have groups of entrepreneurs who help each other, and it's great if they're from all over the world because then it's 24/7. I also have a mastermind with a person that we're doing a course together. We speak weekly, keep each other on track, go through the assignments together, etc. Then I've got a few entrepreneurial friends we just Skype with maybe once a week. We kind of psych each other up or talk through problems. But basically, I believe that as entrepreneurs, we need an enormous amount of support and community to create big dreams. And so that's what you need. So let me talk about some of the keys I think to a successful mastermind. The biggest one, oh my God, the biggest one, matched energy. You know, you don't always have to be in a mastermind with people with the exact same income goals, but the mindset and energy really needs to match, because otherwise some people will get bored if other people aren't hustling as hard, or maybe they just don't have the same kind of goals to grow dramatically, and everyone needs to feel like they're getting something out of it. I've been in masterminds where I was like really super energetic and really ambitious, and I really like to move quickly on achieving goals. But then I had other people who were a bit more considered in their energy. They wanted to pursue maybe longer term plans. There's no right or wrong there, but it was really frustrating for both of us. Next up is commitment. You know, back when I couldn't afford to work with a coach, I formed a mastermind with two of my friends from work, and we all had massive big goals for our life. And we called it Fight Club because, for obvious reasons, we couldn't talk about it at work, so it was kind of a bit secret. But for 9 months, we met every single week to keep each other accountable on our goals. Then we brainstormed ideas for each other, we supported each other through those breakdowns, and we celebrated every win. And that was free. It was a big commitment to meet for 9 months, but that's how we set it up from the beginning. So it doesn't always have to be super formal, and you don't always have to pay. But be very clear on what kind of commitment everybody agrees to. So it's up to you what those rules are. Like, okay, you have to come to all sessions, or it's kind of in and out, whatever you decide. Now, the next thing to consider is about your personality. Do you like to collaborate with people? Do you like to make business decisions with other people? Now, personally, I'm a bit like hands off. You know, some people might like a really strong structure with formal rules and all that kind of stuff, or you might just like a loose mastermind. Now, I've even heard of really great ones where everyone kind of brings a challenge to the group for the week, maybe rates it out of 10, and then the group just works on the most urgent problem for that group. And that could be cool too, as long as it kind of all washes out in the end. But really, the most important thing is about having the right people in your mastermind. Now, I don't recommend going into an accountability relationship with someone like your partner, your husband, your parent, your sibling, or even your best friend. That's why it's so important to have outside masterminds, because those people might be way too close to the situation and even might have an unconscious vested interest in you remaining the same or keeping your money blocks, because it might affect them or your relationship. So these people don't have to be in the same industry as you, but it has to be people who can kick your butt, understand your goals, and have similar energy to you, as I said before. Now, a mastermind is an investment in yourself, either time, money, maybe both. So it's worth setting it up properly from the beginning. Now, what if you're in a mastermind right now and it's not working out? Well, guess what? You can end it. You can bow out, you can invite new people in, you can try something different. You know, like with anything, there aren't any rules, and you can totally create it in the best way for you. Now, here's some ideas on how you can get started with your mastermind. First up, decide what kind of mastermind you want, the kind of people, how it looks, is it loose, formal, etc. And then set a really strong intention to find that mastermind. Ask around awesome people to see if they have any recommendations for you. Be open to ideas. Maybe you can find a mentor you admire and ask them if they've got a mastermind, and be willing to pay for it. For example, my Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp is a great mastermind. You could even set one up yourself. You could ask like-minded people if they're interested in creating one for you, and then just create a Facebook group. Easy. But sometimes you might even have to put yourself out there a little bit, maybe even stalk people and make an introduction. It's like kind of making friends as a kid. So here's my challenge for you this week. Go out, find somebody, and find someone who you resonate with, and ask them out on a little entrepreneurial Skype date and see where that takes you. That might be the first step to creating an amazing mastermind. Now, if you need some manifesting help to find your perfect mastermind, I've actually got a free manifesting formula course that goes through that exact process I use, whether I'm manifesting new friends or a new client or more money. So you can go through that with your mastermind goals in mind, and soon you'll be swimming in new biz buddies. So you can download that free manifesting cheat sheet at luckybitch.com/formula. Now, my last word, masterminds have been brilliant for me, and I know that they will be for you as well. But if you need help manifesting it, go to luckybitch.com/formula, and I'll help you go through those steps to get there. All right, gorgeous, go out and find that amazing mastermind for you, because it's your time and you're ready for the next step.